Hi, I'm Dr. William Starsiak. This video is going to be short and sweet. This is a postural re-education video. The single best thing that you can do to improve your posture. Now, a lot of people will talk about, oh, you need to pull your chin back, or oh, you need to bring your shoulders back and down. But if you don't lift your sternum, you can't pull your chin back meaningfully, right? You can be here, try to pull your chin back, won't work. You can try to pull your shoulders down, won't work. But if I simply lift my sternum, look at that. Automatically, my ears come closer to being over my shoulders drop back and down. Now, if you're still watching, I lied. I'm not just gonna have one tip in this video because when you stand up, things change a little bit. So you need to be aware of the second thing when you stand. Okay, so when you're standing, let's take bad posture. Right? This is one sort of bad posture. Another one is kind of like this. And the folks who do structural integration have a really great conceptualization of good posture. And that's this idea of length, balance between the back and the front. So if I'm like this, I have lost length in the back, but I've gained it in the front. So that's an exaggeration of my lumbar lordosis. If I'm like this, I've lost length in the front, I've gained it in the back. As with all things in life, the ideal is balance. It's that middle way between the extremes. So what I was talking about in sitting is that, okay, if we start by lifting our sternum, the shoulders naturally roll back and down. The head naturally comes over the shoulders. That's going to take tension off of the trapezius. Because when we're here, now the trapezius has to hold the head from falling here. But when we're more upright, now the force of the skull can go down through the vertebrae. And we don't want to be too extended or too flexed, either in the neck or anywhere else in the spine, because then we're going to overstress either the facets in the back of the spine or the discs in the front. So we want to be right in the middle. So some people, when they start with this lifting up the sternum, sometimes what they'll do is it'll be something like this, where then in order to lift up, they will lose length in the back. So the key with standing is when you lift the sternum, at the same time, for most of us, we need to allow the pelvis to drop down and back and make the knees soft. If we lock the knees out when we're standing, we're going to increase our lumbar lordosis, and then that's going to kind of naturally put us here. So if we want to make a change, it has to integrate through the whole body. It has to be a transformation. So when we do that, we lift here, and the pelvis just tucks a little bit, and the knees are soft. Now, if someone is already here, then when they lift, they need to go the other way to come back to neutral. One easy way to find that pelvic neutral is I'm going to tuck my shirt in the back so you can see this. If you go between the two extremes. So if I'm tipped this way, see how my belly, my intestines splay out. I don't have a lot of fat there, but if I tip my pelvis, now the intestines splay forward. When I go to I soften my knees and let the pelvis roll back, look what happens to the abdomen. The abdomen flattens, the intestines now settle down into the pelvis. So right when that happens, that's neutral. So if you're further than that, that's going to cause problems. So you want to work with getting some more length through the front. And you can do this in front of a mirror, or you can do this with your camera and then watch the camera to see what it looks like. So then what it looks like when we put it together, let's say I'm kind of here, my knees are locked, my belly's kind of splayed forward, my head's kind of dropped. Well, then I can soften my knees and lift my sternum as I let this tuck back and down. And there, I bring everything onto a nice line. Now, the thing to look out for is what you're going to do in the beginning. If you're here, what's going to end up happening is people end up doing this because they don't yet understand how they can activate in this way. So that's the trickiest part about this postural re-education, is learning how to get length in the back if you don't have it. And it may help to work with someone who does structural integration or osteopathy to help to get more proprioception into that area so that you can reliably do it. And then the best way to seal this progress once you get it, the very best way to seal this progress once you get it, practice meditation. Take up that posture, maintain that posture for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. If you can get up to an hour, get up to an hour, then you will automatically maintain that posture. You will reset your normal so that you don't have to think about it to go into that posture. You're just automatically holding it. All right, put the questions in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.